Have you ever randomly thought about somebody and just did not know where that thought came from and could not explain why? Sometimes when someone is thinking about you, the subtle signs are around you before something actually happens. There's also a deeper layer to this that people don't always talk about. But hey guys, welcome in, welcome back. I am Yasha, also known as Nefarious, and today we're going to get into this juicy topic, babes. We're going to tap in and see what are the few signs to know when somebody is thinking about you. Sometimes when people are thinking about you, you can see it in little signs and symbols all over the place, and typically you have no explanation for it at all. There are definitely certain signs that I'm going to dive into that can energetically explain why somebody is thinking about you. So let's just dive right on up in this. Point number one, sign number one, somebody is thinking about you. They randomly cross your mind. You could be doing absolutely nothing. You could be so far removed from this person that it's like when they pop up into your mind or a conversation that you're having with someone, it's just like, where did they come from? One of the biggest signs to tell that somebody is thinking about you is when they randomly cross your mind and you have gone a very significant amount of time since you spoke to them before. A whole bunch of time has passed since you spoke to this person before, okay? And they randomly pop up in your mind. They randomly pop up in a conversation with someone random out of the blue. I mean, you could just be focused on buying donuts for your work office or for your office, right? And this person's name randomly pops up in conversation and your mind shifts to them. It hasn't happened at all in so long. That is one of the signs that somebody may be thinking about you. I would definitely say this form of thinking feels different from your typical line of thinking. It's like when you think about this person out of the blue, you're like literally in this vibe of, oh my gosh, where did this come from? And please, if you're still going through some healing and heartbreak, if you recently just broke up with somebody, I would say at least within like the last year or so, take this with a grain of salt. I'm talking about for the girls, for the boys that have been so far removed from somebody that it's just like you haven't spoke to them, the family doesn't bring them up anymore, they just randomly pop up out of nowhere in your mind and you're like, yo, where did you come from? Okay, so yes, that is sign number one that somebody is thinking about you deeply, is when you randomly think about them out the blue and it feels different from your normal typical line of thought. You could be completely immersed in another activity, a hobby, driving on the road, and this person will just pop up to your mind, whether it's through them, somebody else saying their name, or just a random thought like a memory. That is a sign. Let's get into sign number two that somebody is thinking about you. So sign number two that somebody is thinking about you is this random sudden emotional shift. You could be going ham, like happy, working, exercising, doing your daily thing, right? And you randomly feel this sense of sadness come out of nowhere, or a vibe of like missing something in your life. You can't quite put your name or your finger on it. You were okay earlier this morning, like you woke up, you did your thing, but today I'm going to seize the day, it's going to be a good day, and you randomly get sad. That is typically a sign that someone you could have been dealing with has been thinking about you heavy, and their emotions, maybe for missing your connection, is coming through you energetically. It feel like random emotional shifts, like sudden nostalgia, sudden sadness, even like in some cases you may even feel like a sudden warmth of missing somebody without you thinking of anything or coming across an item that would trigger you. Without any of those things, you could be randomly doing something else and you randomly have this emotional shift. That is typically a sign that somebody is thinking about you. Let's get to point number three. Sign number three that somebody is thinking about you, I would definitely say your dreams. You tend to dream about this person on an emotional level, or it just feels different, like you connect on an astral realm in the way that you connected here on earth, this current timeline. That is typically a sign that somebody is thinking about you. For example, you may dream about this person multiple times and it's just like, yo, where did this person come from? Why do they keep popping up in my dreams? That is typically a sign that they are thinking about you. Dreams may come through as extremely vivid. You can remember them detail to detail. You guys could have some shared experience together that triggers your affection and emotions for them when you wake up. That is typically a sign that their soul is tethered to you in more ways than you could even fathom. So yes, they are typically thinking of you as you're thinking of them, but you know, they probably was thinking about you first. So let's get into sign number four that someone is thinking about you. Their energy just feels very strongly present. Again, like even when you aren't around anyone or you're by yourself, you feel their energy like they're there. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that. I've totally experienced it. Very unexplainable, very much weird, but all the more it can be a significant sign that someone is thinking about you. And also, I don't know, this is probably on a deeper spiritual level, but also I feel like another sign someone is thinking about you is like this low key vibe of like telepathy. Almost like you could like feel yourself having like a bodily spiritual conversation with this person, like you could hear their inner thoughts or you hear their voice. That is typically another sign too, to add on to this, that someone is thinking of you when you get this vibe that their energy is present again. So let's get into sign number 5, that someone is thinking about you. Sign number 5 that someone is thinking about you: synchronicities. Synchronicities includes little things like, again, seeing their name pop up everywhere, whether it's in conversations randomly with passerbys, whether it's on your receipt, whether it's like on the back of someone's license plate. You can see their car multiple times. Literally, you're not thinking of them, but you see their car and then you keep seeing their car. That is usually signs that someone is thinking about you. Another example of this too, with the synchronicities, maybe you see like their birthday numbers or significant numbers that play a role in their lives, like their life path number or like their address number, their ID number, stuff like that. Synchronicities. Maybe you may like run into somebody that you both mutually know, or like a family member of theirs, or like even like the craziest little things. Like maybe there's like family members or friends that you guys share on like social media, and all of a sudden like their family members or like a friend of theirs like starts popping their heads up in like your stories and things like that. So I feel like synchronicities like that are telling signs that someone has you on their mind heavy. Okay, so this is when things get a little serious. This is when it gets a little deep, a little shadow work, a little spiritual. Here's the deeper part about this entire thing about someone having you on their mind. Just because someone is thinking about you, I have to be real, it doesn't mean that someone's actually going to reach out and contact you. It could just mean that you've been on their mind heavy. A lot of people, clients I have, they ask me like, is someone thinking about me, but do they think about me to the point that will push them to reach out? It's not always the case. And so shadow work in all of this has to be applied. Shadow work within yourself has to be applied here. Sometimes when someone is thinking about us or showing up energetically around us, it can also be a telling sign that something within yourself has not been fully processed or fully healed or fully released yet. And this person comes into your energetic field. So the real question here isn't truly like, are they thinking about me? But I feel like the truest, realest aspect of all of this is, why is their energy showing up for me right now? And what does their energy showing up around me have anything to do with me? Check your triggers. Have you fully released what happened between you and this person in the past? Do you still hold on to resentment? Maybe you didn't leave the connection earlier than you wanted to. Maybe you ignored the red flags and they ended up abandoning you, and now you're like, I should have left them when I had a chance. It can be as small as that, but try to figure out. This is a moment for you to have self-reflection, self-awareness, and dive deep and process those emotions that are untapped, unhealed yet. And it takes a while. There's no rush to it. Don't even feel bad, or ashamed more so that you still hold this energy for the person. While someone can also be thinking about us at the same time, this is a moment for you to reflect, those emotions and feelings in the mirror towards yourself and see, what is it about this person? Like, they're thinking about me, okay, but why do I hold on to the fact that I want them to think about me, if that makes sense? And I also want to take this time to say that your intuition will usually tell you the difference between something that's aligned and something that is just being brought back up to the surface for you to release anything that has been laying dormant within your emotional space, your sacral space, your subconscious space, whatever it is you call it. Find out what it is about this person that you're holding on to and find a way to release it. Embrace it, unpack it, and release it back to the wild, okay? So yeah, guys, those are my 5 signs that someone is thinking about you. I hope that this has been helpful. I enjoyed this. If you guys ever need any assistance with this, I definitely do one-on-one sessions to help dive deep into shadow work that you may have not even figured out yet or got to the surface, tippy top of the surface with yet. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tapping in with me today. Take time to remember, energy doesn't lie, but it also asks you to be honest with yourself. Thank you guys so much for tapping in with me. I hope that this has been helpful. Feel free to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you're always up to date when I post new things, and join my crew. I'm going to definitely post my number, a text number that you guys can reach out if you want to be added to my tribe. And I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Girl, okay, first of all, Yasha, if I gotta tell you you are accurate one more time, girl, I'm just gonna gag myself because you are always so accurate.